People, 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 hope you're having a good day. People, 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 let me tell you a tale. Hello, people, it's Tom here. I just got this immediate urge to tell a little tale, basically. Not really tell a tale, but it came back this topic that is over me a lot recently. And I kind of forgot it already, can you believe it? While I was setting up my professional shootouts here. No, but honestly, it's something that I think a lot about, and people should pay more attention to this fact that what you get yourself into in life, in your professional life, it has a larger impact than you think. I'm reading recently a lot about layoffs throughout North America, but also seriously, I believe not only there. It's not limited to the West. But I cannot tell. I can only speak on what the information that I receive and that I investigate myself, that I research on my own. But it do looks like we are in for quite of a ride. Because think about it. Most people, they educate themselves in an order that is along with their interests, along with their peers' recommendations or what their family were doing, for example. And most of the time, yeah, it has different outcomes, obviously. But we are now at a point in the world, in the West, I'm speaking from the perspective of the West, what is actually going to give you a good return on what you do? Many people are just getting by. And I think it's very interesting to think of this, what we end up choose doing. I think at this point, speaking from my own perspective now, you're handed a situation, you are in a particular situation and you're handed an opportunity, or you're handed a chance working with something, and you don't know the outcome. You never know. Imagine you would get a job in a corporate position right now in 2020, in the end of 2025, and they will pay you just like the bare minimum. You have no idea what this is going to look like in the future. I mean, obviously you will not. But my point, I guess, is that we are now in a situation, you just somehow you basically just gotta take what you get. Even if that means like really not a good payroll or a good, you cannot negotiate your pay basically. You just gotta take what they give you, which is the bare minimum. Because the most important things for a lot of corporate jobs is to keep the pay low, so everything just go to the top. You know, the board gotta have a profit every year to take out or have dividends, if you wish. And I'm thinking about this quite a lot, that I am right now like standing in front of a kind of a challenge, I guess. Like many people, they're having a new opportunity. It's a shift in their world. It's a shift in their career. It's a shift in their, as much as in their personal life, because the job a lot of times will have an impact on your personal life, like what you can do in your life. I mean, just think about the best paying situation you can have, what kind of opportunities that can give you in comparison to a lower job situation. So I've been really thinking a lot of what is it going to be like in the future. Don't ever believe that a politician you're watching on the TV is gonna have the answer for you. It may mean a drastic change in a country's laws in regards to a lot of conflicts in the international arena as well. yeah, if there's someone who is kind of radical with a lot of ideas to make a radical change, it can obviously have a positive, a better impact for you. But I don't think it's going to have the person that you see on the television, the politician, is not gonna be really wanna do things for you individually. It's so many factors when it comes to politics and comes to a large player, mostly because it's business. That's what it gets down to. And there are many wealthy corporations, individuals that are behind the scenes that will have an impact on who is going to be elected. A lot of times, I'm just saying it out, I'm just throwing it out there because it's just how it is. We know, and I don't know on the top of my head right now, but we know how many that contributed to, whether it's a Democratic elective or a Republican or in another country. There are groups behind, it's called lobbyism. And I'm not sitting here speaking like trying to appear as some kind of enlightened socialist or anything like that. I am not a believer of that ideology, just to say that out, just to throw it out there. There are certain things with all ideologies, more or less, that are interesting and there are some value in them, but I don't want to go there. I am not like that. I don't believe in that. I believe in the individual freedom. The state, the government should have as little impact in your personal life as possible. For me, the government has one obligation, which is to maintain security and should analyze or control the market so it's fair game. I think that's the primary thing. But yeah, that's another thing, that's another topic. Let's talk more about this, or let's just let me rant, you know, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing the best. Choosing something when someone hand you a, you know, essentially it's someone who, maybe not always, sometimes you have obviously, sometimes you just need to fill the spot with someone. But sometimes it's really someone who believes in you specifically. For you, that can actually do some kind of impact, that can do a change. You have something to offer, obviously, that you can, yeah, they see something in you that you can provide for them, which is an amazing thing. I mean, that's generally what it is like when you are getting hired or when you work with someone. But just think of how little. That's my main point. That's actually why I wanted to make this video now. Because what you end up doing will have an impact on you and your personal life, just like I mentioned earlier. So here I'm sitting, it's November 16th today. And you know, it's just life going to change when you have a new opportunity for you. And it's very exciting and inspiring to see what will come out of it. Hopefully something good when you have a new opportunity waiting for you. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but then you build on things, you know, that's the thing. We are building on steps all the time. Throughout life, when I look back on my journey, if you wish, it's a journey, you know, everybody have their journey. And my journey is most likely way different than many others. And others' journeys are way different than mine, just obviously the way it is. I just see it as everything that have led up to where I am now, where I'm going, is because of different kind of life situations that have interestingly unfolded. I find that very interesting, that how you meet with people and how you connect with people and how one situation, relationships or job situations, career, education, etc., travel instances, they lead you into different life paths. And that's what I'm standing in front of now, here with open arms, really positive outlook outlook on what to come. Just really open-minded and ready to take in a lot of things. I'm ready to make mistakes. Can you believe I'm saying that? Can you say that in a job interview? I think that you will not go through with it then, because the interviews, it's also another thing I'm researching quite a lot of how ridiculous, and I'm sorry if you work as a recruiter in HR, but there are so many ridiculous, unnecessary a lot of times. Yeah, I said it right there. Unnecessary recruiters. A lot of times they are completely unnecessary for a company, and there are so many new agencies popping up all the time as talent specialists, or what you have it, you know. Many times they are simply not needed. I'm just gonna lay it out there. And then there are those people that are doing a great serious job. But what I want to say with that is that how little it takes, it almost becomes sort of a niche in itself, because HR is a business niche, it's an industry in itself. And if you don't live up to the kind of formula that they always changing and they say they improve it, but actually what they are doing is just more steps to make it difficult to get hired, because you need to study now, and you need to maybe even take courses soon enough, maybe already now, to learn how to get hired. It's not like you're coming in with this, you know, you already follow the formula. You already went through all of these different steps, like experience-wise, personality-wise, education, whatever. Emotional intelligence is something that I think is very, very valuable skill set, regardless of where you're working, more or less. Especially if you work with business and client management, etc. But it's like those things does not matter when you're meeting in a room or online digitally with a HR recruiter. It's they have a specific set that you need to fit. Like you need to cross these steps, and they all have different models. They all have different scientific proofs how to be hired, and they all have different kind of box that they check if they see you a good fit. And what used to be more than enough is just not like that anymore. But that's another thing as well. I know I rant a little bit here, but I say again, standing here with open arms and just ready to, yeah, exactly, that's what I said. I said ready to make mistakes, because you have to make mistakes in life, in relationships, in when you're having a job. It's the only way to improve. And it can sound very cliche, but I don't care. I am just, you should also be just really, really mindful of taking on a new challenge, and then just basically see where it will take you. Hopefully, if you have a positive mind or a positive outlook of what you're having in your life, because I tell you that also, gratitude is very underrated. When you can feel gratitude for what you've been given, doesn't matter how hard it might be sometimes, it does something to your environment. From my experience, I should be more grateful actually. I should have more gratitude. And but I feel like I'm getting back to that now. I guess that's one reason why I make this video. And just stay grateful and feel the presence of gratitude, because it does really open up interesting doors and people around you. And I mean, sure, complain a little bit here and there, whine a little bit for a while, about different things that you are passionate about or that you consider unfair. We all have to do that. We are human beings. But then get on with yourself and just stay positive for what's to come. I leave it with that. See you around. This is Tom. It's always a pleasure, and see you in the next one.